Jeff, we are here. Let's see here if I can get us pulled up. It says we're live. Let me fix the camera here. Sorry. I don't see a hand. There we go. Get the chat set up here. There we go. Jeff Raymond, how's it going, sir? Hope you're doing well. Y'all getting any rain? I don't know if you're still on here or not. Trying to get this field opened up, or another section of it here. Dave, what's happening, buddy? Hope you're doing well, sir. Appreciate you stopping in. We are hammering down, that is for sure. Hopefully everybody can hear me and see okay, all that good stuff. Farmall, how's it going, buddy? Chris Burr, how's it going? From Georgia, appreciate you stopping in the live. We're just opening up another section of this field here. It's another wonderful terraced field. These terraces in this one aren't too bad, but I still go ahead and mow with them instead of going up and over them. I'm just so used to it. So, hope all y'all are doing well today. It's a nice balmy day in South Carolina, good and humid. We just had a bunch of thunderclouds roll over us. The deer are out in this stuff. They have been bedding down in it. I can tell from all the flat spots Farmall. I've seen a bunch of turkeys today while I've been mowing this millet. This farm's about 45 acres altogether. And we're on the last stretch of one of the fields here. It does have a little bit of crabgrass in some spots, like right here. And a couple spots with some Johnson grass that we didn't get knocked out, but the cows definitely will not mind that. We sow this millet for our cattle and our own horses, and they tend to really like it. And so I don't mind crabgrass either. We've got fields that we sow with just crabgrass, so to have the mix makes it pretty good hay. This really ought to make some good chow. What's Farmall up to today? Chris, what part of Georgia are you in, sir? Dave, it was good, if you're still with us, it's good to see the solos and solo cups and sawdust back up. I miss that on my mornings riding around, listening to your music and whatnot, leaving a comment or two. Guys, remember when you come in, pound that thumbs up. So this particular field that we're on, the whole farm's roughly 40 something acres. This particular field here is about 27 altogether. Circle G, how's it going? I sure hope it produces. It looks really good. It's tire tall and nice and heavy in a lot of spots. So I'm really tickled. I think it's going to produce real well. We'll come back after we mow it and hit it with another shot of fertilizer, get a good second cut off of it. A lot of people, when you say you feed millet hay, they go, "Oh, I've never heard of that," but it really is a good forage. Nothing wrong with it at all. Got good leaf content, good protein, all that kind of stuff. Dade County, Georgia. Okay. I've been in Dade County before. I'm hoping that we're not going to get any thunderstorms or anything like that. The weather radar or the thing on the tractor's gone off a few times today, but I think everything's moved past us. And I was just talking to the neighbor. He said he was watching the news and didn't see anything on the news showing any rain coming in, so that's good news. This is a field that we've been planting about every year since we've had it with the millet crop. And it had oats on it. Originally this spring we did oats on it. Rain in Georgia. Dan, how's it going? This is going to be dry hay, Dan. Circle G, I do some custom work. It just depends on if I've got time or not, to be honest. But most of everything I do is for myself. We lease, oh gosh, we lease right at over 800 acres. With the custom work I do, it puts us up over cutting around 1,000 acres a year. I say us, that's mainly me. Occasionally I get a friend's help here and there, but 95% of the time it's a one-man show around here. So, but no, I don't have a wrapper yet to make silage, and we feed this to the horses as well as the cows, so it just works out better making it dry hay. We had to ted it a few times because I don't have a conditioner. Jeff Raymond, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in, sir. Ag Wild, how's it going? Try to catch up on a couple of the comments here. No, you don't get a refund, Jeff. I saw your comment originally there. I don't know what was going on, why it wasn't connecting like it normally does. I'm not real sure. Trying to read some of these comments while bouncing around in the dang field. Y'all can tell from when the camera starts shaking when the field gets rough. I am very busy, Circle G. Full-time haying, for me, full-time haying is pretty tough. A lot of people ask how I do it, and I think it's because I don't have any kids or not married. So yeah, like I say, I'm real happy with this crop. It came up real well after we harvested the oats off, minus a couple little patches of Johnson grass. I think it's really, really nice looking stuff. What do y'all think about all these asinine people we got working in public office for us? Won't do nothing but argue and call names, play stupid shit. Pardon my French. I'm not one to get into politics much on my channel, but I am so sick and tired of seeing these assholes we've got working for us in Washington not getting crap done. Just kind of frustrating. Wish they'd get to work and do what we pay them to do. 1,000 Islands in Ontario, Canada. If you want to keep up with the comments, it does. That and this camera mount I got, I try to hold my damn hand on it. There we go. I've got to do something here to see if I cannot tighten this thing up some to, nobody does, Jeff. Nobody wants to work together at all. It's just absolute ridiculousness. Maybe that'll help some. We'll see. Now, I bet if you had auto steer, the live streaming would probably be a little easier when you get on the straight roads and stuff like that. But you get on these little farms I'm on with all these terraces and crap. Same in Canada. I don't doubt it, Dave. All they do is want to call names and bicker instead of getting what their damn work is done. Like I say, I'm not trying to run off onto politics, but I don't know. We need some good farmers up in Washington. Is what we need. We're too busy making shit work here. This used to be cotton field. That's why it's got terraces in it. All the ground around us back in the day used to be cotton ground, and they would put terraces on that cotton ground, I guess to keep it from washing. And now a lot of people don't want the terraces gone, or it'll cost you a fortune to do it yourself. They don't want to pay you to do it. If you want them gone, you got to take them out yourself. So this field's a lot smoother than it used to be. I wish we could cut their benefits. I gotta watch that hay mower when I go over some of these little humps. It'll want to dig in sometimes. Like I say, this part we're on here is pretty good. It's not too bad of ground. Like you can see right here to our left, got something going on the ground there because, or to our right, because the millet is not near as thick or as tall here as it is right up here in front of us. Jeff, are y'all still getting a ton of rain, or is it starting to dry out for you some? Your little rain video, that was, I know it's not funny, but it was a good little video. It ought to do well. It was a cute little video. Y'all been getting the buckets there where you are, that's for sure. I was watching that live of old harmless farmer, I guess last Saturday or Sunday when he did that. That's pretty cool. Y'all have known each other since before YouTube days. Old farming buddies. Take a fire hose and flush them out. That's damn right. They're millionaires for being lifelong politicians. Well, the new ones they seem to vote in, Jeff, do not seem to be the greatest caliber of people there that they're voting in for some reason. that's good. Let me stop here real quick. Tighten this thing up one more time. Ah, shit. Well, now I just screwed up. I done broke my mount off. Hold on a minute. Hey Steve, how's it going? I'm doing well today, sir. If I'm mowing hay, it's a good day. Nothing's broke. So, that's always a good thing. Let's see here. Sorry, y'all. Gotta fix this damn tripod I just broke. Good job, me. Trying to tighten it up to make it ride better, and I had no such luck in doing that. Maybe this will work better anyways. Come on, you. There we go. I think I got it fixed. How's Steve doing today? Yeah, that looks a little better. I know that the Weather Channel said these clouds was beyond me, but they sure look like they're building in front of me. It'll be over 100 tomorrow, huh? Yeah, that's the way it's been here, Steve. I think the index today was like around 107, and with the humidity, as soon as you get outside off the piece of equipment you're on and have to do something, man, it's miserable. I mean, I sweat pretty bad as it is, so the humidity is really just what gets you. Makes it hard for the hay to dry down as well. Hey Dan, let's see. Do we think the voters would want to get the career? I don't know why we can't get people to put term limits on these career politicians. I think term limits would be a great thing. Set some stipulations. You can't go work for the major corporation that lobbied for you when you get out. Simple stuff. You know, stuff that makes sense. Can't pass any laws that don't uphold the Constitution or are unconstitutional, which we have lots and lots on our books. We have a Constitution for a reason, and it seems that our congressional members and public officials have forgotten all about the Constitution and what it means. But I do think one day, I think it was funny as hell what our president said, because I completely agree. This country's so damn bad. Leave. I don't think it's racist to say that, but anyways, I think one day you're going to see a civil uprising. The more people lead towards socialism, there's too many people that want their freedoms and don't want their monies taken, and it's going to be a sad day, I think, for America. But I know that I'll be standing on the right side of that battle regardless. Jeff, I've made great hay all year. I've been very fortunate. The Lord has blessed me all year long, and I know a lot of guys that have been dumped on, their stuff's gotten overripe, and I've watched rain clouds go around me on fields. Same aspect, I've got some fields that need some rain. I know other farmers that are yielding a third of their yields that they normally do, and we're so far, knock on wood, we're making some really nice grass hay. Now I don't produce any, it's all grass hay I don't do any kind of alfalfa or anything. Well, this millet would not be a grass hay, it's going to be a grain. I do rye and oats as well. But the majority of the hay that I sell for the horse people is fescue or a fescue orchard mix around here. I've been getting calls from Ohio and out of state that I normally don't get, wanting to know if I'm willing to ship hay. We're looking into it. Biggest thing, I run farm tags and I don't have time to take and haul hay across the country, so they're going to have to find a shipper. We don't mind loading up vans or open trailers, whatever they want, but that's kind of, I'm not in the shipping business. This will be my 5th full-time year, Steve. Not that long in the grand scheme of things. I kind of jumped out on a limb when I got into it full-time. I was a full-time, I owned my own landscape business and just kind of went from landscaping into farming. I just saw a market for what, in my area, for what I'm doing. I'm in a really good area for horse folks. Since I've started doing hay, I think a lot of people see what I've got and think, oh, you make big bucks, but they don't realize that because I don't have children or wife or anything like that, I can spend my money on new fancy equipment or trucks or trailers or whatever. So, you know, I think that makes a huge difference in what I'm able to do. Lakeside, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. But the landscaping, you know, I just went from cutting little yards to bigger yards. And instead of us bagging the hay with a bagger on a lawnmower, we just bale it up in bales. And last year I bought my first group of cattle, well, about a year and a half ago now. Had them bred to the neighbor's bull. And I've got 4 steers this year that I plan to sell for grass-fed beef as another way to kind of diversify. Don't get me wrong, I do little odds and ends jobs. I do backhoe work. I've built roads for these people on this farm, bury animals. You have to. There's no way that just selling hay, honestly, is going to make it. Even in the high volumes that I try to sell, just really tough. I mean, this time of year we're trying to hold our hay so we have it for the fall, just because you bring a little bit more premium through the fall and winter than you do this time of year. You got so many people that have a 30-year-old square baler and go out and bale some fields and sell it for $3 a bale. So, you know, the $3 a bale guy, that kills you when you're trying to market good hay, you know, for $6 a bale. He's selling it at half your price. What's funny is you get the people that go buy the hay from that guy for $3 a bale, and they're willing to go out and pick it up in the field and all that kind of stuff, but they call me and they want it delivered and stacked in the barn and are willing to pay that cost. But then springtime comes and they're willing to go out and do the work when they could save a lot of money by just coming directly to our barn and picking it up versus having us deliver it. So I've never really understood that. But you know, the guys that sell the hay for $3 a bale out of the field, they don't have a barn one. They sell 1,000, 2,000 bales a year. It's their little hobby. And then once they're out of hay, they're out of hay. We keep hay year round, you know, 24/7, 365. If we've got to ship hay in because we're out, we're going to go out and find the best hay we can and ship it in. And it's going that little extra mile, bringing an elevator, stacking it in a loft, guaranteeing if you got bad hay or your animals don't like it, stuff like that, that hey, sorry, since I broke my camera mount, it ain't really staying around too great. But Spradlin, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Lakeside, you told me this before. Where are you out of? I want to say you set up around like Minnesota, something like that. I like to figure out where everybody's at. I think that's the coolest thing about YouTube is everybody's everywhere, all around the world. I think Spradlin, y'all were cutting hay the other day, weren't you? I think I was watching on the video. Did y'all get it up? Yeah, I knew you said you were just outside of Canada there, Steve. When I did my hoof schooling, I met 3 guys that were at my school here in the States from Canada. They were up from around, I want to say, Manitoba area. But they rode horses and put up hay, all that kind of stuff. Man, some of the nicest guys I've kept in touch with them through the years. Old Kevin Glenister and a couple other people. Hey, Scott. Scott, I have not found a sprayer safe cabin air filter for my Kubota. I don't know that I've ever looked for one. When you put this thing on recycle, it seems to do fairly well at keeping any odors from the spray out. We've been spraying Grazon like crazy lately. The M-7060 has not come off the sprayer in a month and a half. In fact, I've got to put up some spraying videos. I just haven't done it yet. I'll have to say I've been real kind of lazy on my filming. I just haven't had time, and I really want me an action cam to put outside the tractor. I flew the drone and did some filming today. Steve, my drone seems to be working fine, so it had to have been, it was just too windy on the days that I was trying to do it. In fact, I was fixing to, I can do a live stream from the drone, and I was going to try to do one, but I figured it's only going to be like an 11-minute live stream, so by the time you got anybody on here, the drone battery would probably be dead. So yeah, I was glad it flew fine today, Steve. I was kind of worried about it there initially. Once we mow this off, we'll come back, and probably about 2 weeks, I can see some little weeds and stuff popping up underneath all the millet. We'll come back, hit it with a little dose of fertilizer and some weed herbicide, take care of it. That's what I thought about, Steve. Oh, and so for anybody that's on here listening, if y'all want stickers, I have stickers available. If y'all email me, it's going to be slcfarms@yahoo.com. Just email me your address and I'll ship you out some stickers. Going to Canada, I'll have to figure that out, how to do that, but I'm pretty sure we can get it done. And like I say, we've got them available, and I finally got that email address set up. But again, it's slcfarms@yahoo.com, and it's going to be just like it's listed on the YouTube channel. So y'all are welcome to email me and that, or you can even send. We're on Facebook as well. We're on Instagram, both as SLC Farms. You just send, like I say, send me your address, and we'll get you out some stickers. Shirts are coming soon. I've already got the shirts. I'm just trying to wait on a website to get built so I can set up ordering and all that good stuff. So, lottery and comedy in the 815. How's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Scott, I do not. All my cattle so far I bought from my neighbor. He got him and his best friend. They were cattlemen of the year last year for South Carolina for 2018, and they got some really nice Angus cows and some Hereford or Charolais. I bought one Charolais from them, and the rest were some Angus cows. And he's helped me with his bull, and he's been great to me and showing me how to do everything. He helped me learn. He showed me how to cut all my cows, how to work them. I can't beat good neighbors. He has been a great addition to helping me around. I'm sure it couldn't be that bad, Steve. I'm not too worried about the postage there. We'll figure it out. Like I say, I'll even if I had to send it like FedEx or something like that, I'm sure a little envelope from FedEx would not be too bad. About to be we're going over a darn pretty good little hill here. We're getting to the back of this property. Oh, y'all fail. Ah, there you go, you're back. Phase registered Angus, not too far from me. Okay. Now that's one thing, my cows aren't registered or anything like that. I guess I'll get there. I just started small. I bought 7 mama cows, and they all had healthy calves this year. So 3 of them are little heifers. We're going to keep the 3 little heifers to grow the herd. That'll make me have 10 mamas. And then the 4 steers that we had, they're going to become freezer beef. Some for ourselves, some for family, some to sell, you know, half cow or even by the steak. If I've got time, I thought about doing like the farmer's market deal on Saturdays and taking some beef to the farmer's market, selling it that way. So, lottery comedy. So this is kind of my normal thing. I'd like to do live streams from the tractor, let everybody ride along with me. I can, let's see here, I'm turning y'all around real quick so you can see what I look like there. Need a hat on today, I don't have one. But we're running 6.1 mile an hour, not lightning speed, but any faster, and you got so many turns on the fields that makes it a pain in the ass. Pardon my French. I'll turn y'all back around here. So for our mower, I use just a conventional 3-point disc mower. I don't have a disc bind or anything like that. No conditioner. We will ted this a couple of times. Most of the hay this time of year, it's so hot we don't ted. I like the Kubota motor. This is my second one, Scott. I had this is a DM 2028, and I had a DM 1028 was my first one. It was like 7 foot. This one's 9 foot. But I like the 3-blade design. Like right now, my blades, if I showed y'all, they're pretty rounded off. And she cuts clean with the 3-blade design. I've had blades be completely broke off or missing, and it still just keep cutting good. In really light hay, you have to tie the tarp up in the front though, because it creates so much wind speed that it does not, it'll blow the hay over. So that's the downside to it, but otherwise I like it. Eventually I'd like to get a caddy. Gun's great stuff. It really is. I've been looking at a gun rotary rake. I just worry that with the rotary rakes, my fields are just, they'll tear it up, having this rough ass ground. In this field, I can tell you from where deer have been bedding down in it, and something's been eating spots of it. There's some loss in here. The biggest thing I have to worry about is insects. Army worms, after this first cut, army worms will get in here and crickets and annihilate it. So we'll spray like imidacloprid for the army worms to try to keep them at bay. My neighbor, he grows some alfalfa. He has to worry about deer in his alfalfa patches. I think this little farm, the reason I picked it for the millet was because it's pretty populated. They got these little campers and tiny houses around the whole farm. I think like every kid has a tiny house. I don't know. These people are really, really nice people. They're from New Orleans, and they bought this farm. It's a whole big family that lives on it, but I think they got so many people and they're kind of up at different ones are go to work at different hours and stuff. So I've seen a lot of turkeys in here today. A lot of turkeys. Now I like my Vermeer. I've got that Vermeer speed rake, and I'm really, really pleased with it. I do wish I would have gone with a 10 wheel instead of the 8 wheel at times, but like I say, I'm wanting a double rotary rake. If I don't go with the double rotary rake, I may look into the baler connection thing where you rake and bale at the same time. But I don't know if this tractor's got enough power to run it yet. I do got a demo tractor coming. It's a 6155R John Deere. I'm going to try out here pretty soon. They're supposed to be getting it in for me. So y'all might see a green tractor here pretty soon. I also want to try out like a 7000 series Massey Ferguson, like a 7145. I've run some of the bigger Massey tractors, and I like that Dyna, I think it's a Dyna Shift or Dyna Pro transmission. I like the way that thing shifts. I wouldn't even mind it in the Challenger version over the Massey. Yorkshire George, how's it going, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in, man. Terrace land holds back water. I wish a lot of these people, I think the grasses would do better sometimes, especially like these rainy years that we've been having. I've had some ground out issues on my terrace ground. Now somebody years ago came and rolled most of these out. They just didn't do that good a job in it and left still a little too much hump. I think if you took a turn plow or a bottom plow and just made about 3 passes over each one and flipping it over into the ditch and then ran right back over it with a pulverizer or a disc and a pulverizer, I think you could about smooth all these out on this place. I just had I say in the wintertime I'm gonna do that kind of stuff, and just the time never happens. I don't even know how many we got watching or how many thumbs up or any of that kind of stuff. But I hate these damn terraced fields. I'll be honest, Circuit G. I think they slow me down big time in cutting, baling, raking. Just spend so much damn time making turns and the mower up in the air or the rake up in the air. We're running 6 mile an hour, George. Nothing too fast. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, Scott. But that's why I think I want to go up to like a 6000 series for the weight and the ride. I love this little M-5. I think what the plan will be is to get rid of the 7060 hang on to the M-5, and it's going to be the loader, chore tractor, pull the rake, all that kind of stuff. And the 6000 is going to become the cutting, baling, bush hogging tractor. I've been debating on whether I want a loader for it or not, but I know I do. I may, oh, hold on guys. I may run it without a loader a bunch. Alright, we're back. We were getting a phone call. Let's see here, we gotta catch up. It says we're back on. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me or not. I got that phone call in there, but it shows it on my iPad. Yeah, it says I'm back. Okay, good deal. Always love getting the lovely phone calls in the middle of live. Sometimes I'll turn the phone on silent mode or whatever where people can't call, but getting this late in the evening, never know, I might have some pretty girl or something call and want to bring dinner to the field one of these days. It hadn't happened yet, but a guy can hope, right? Right now, if I don't bring it to the field, I don't get it, or I got to drive home. Yeah, I was talking about the new deer. The only thing that makes me skeptical is gosh, it seems like everything with green paint costs more money. It's proprietary to them, you know, the hookups and all that kind of stuff. But I'm anxious to try it out. I don't know if the R they're bringing it, I don't know if it's the shuttle shift or a IVT. I'm hoping it is an IVT, as I've never run one. And after watching North Texas Hay for a couple of years on YouTube, and him talk so much highly about that 6000 R series he's got with the IVT, I think YouTubers are a lot of the reason of what I'll try or what I'll buy. I like to go watch other people use the stuff. You know, I think that's one good thing. It was really hard when I bought my Kubota tractors for me to find decent video and information on them. And I really hope I can help with some of that with these M5s and the 7060s. I'm coming up on 900 hours on it. I'm probably going to do another review of what problems I've had since the last one, or if I've had any, or how it's handling the new baler, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Hope the wife don't catch her. I don't have a wife. Look at there. See? It can magically happen. Food, woman, food. I'm at Owens Road. Look at there, magically, a beautiful woman appeared and offered, it seems like, food. I mean, if I get to pick, I want a steak. Fire up the grill. Oh, has she gone silent on us? Oh, I hope I ain't boring you guys too much riding around here in the tractor. It seems like I enjoy y'all coming with me. Gives me some company. I've been in the tractor since, well, I started cutting hay about 2 o'clock today. 2:30, somewhere in there. I was playing truck driver this morning. I had to haul hay. So, that made a difference. Let's ride another round on the tractor. It looks like I've gone blurry. Wonder if I'm losing Wi-Fi at that end of the field. See if this thing will catch back up here in a second. I'll stop and let the thing catch up here. See if the picture comes any better. Well, now don't do that and get in a wreck. I don't know why that thing is not wanting to focus. It's the camera not wanting to focus more than anything. Maybe I got something on it. Rub y'all off. That looks better. All the rest of the front windshield's kind of clean on this thing. The rest of the windows on this thing I can't hardly see out of. I was trying to find some different places. So I still hadn't got me an action cam, and so I'm filming with my phone still, and I'm trying to find different places to mount it on the disc mower. You know, great place to mount a camera so it can get chopped up or run over. But it like fell off twice, so I had to go hunting for it. And it's just no good place to mount a camera on this thing that you can really see what's going on. At least when cutting hay. That's what baling makes a little bit better. But I'm hoping sooner than later to get an action cam. I've been I really like the DJI version of the GoPro. I was watching Cotton Top, and he seems to really like it as well. He just bought one and is trying it. Says the audio's real good. I sent him an email, and says the audio's good on it. He's really pleased with it over the GoPro. A few things about it, and so I even think you can do live streams from it, kind of like you can the drone or that type of thing. When I get done, we can put the drone up there and maybe fly around this place. I'll try to turn it on live. We'll see if we can make it work. I worry about crashing it in this thick hay here. But when I was flying it earlier, I had to land it in the grass. If it lands in this thick stuff, we might never find it. It must be, because it looks blurry again. It was doing fine. I know that you can send the footage from it directly to your phone through the app and all that, so I don't know if it'll link up or not. I'm not really worried if it does or doesn't, but it'd be pretty neat. I could put y'all outside the tractor and then sync it up to the phone for its microphone, and then y'all could ride along in different places outside the tractor. Hey, just living. Appreciate you stopping in. Long time no see. We're riding around in the M-5 cutting hay. I'm really not liking how this is doing on this picture. Let me turn it around and see if it gets better. Let's see here. There we go. Y'all can see my ugly mug for a minute. Yep, I think that's what it's doing. It's focusing on the windscreen, because if I look at it through my iPad, sorry, we go down them hills and this damn tripod moves. We go When I look at it on my iPad, it comes in clear. So that's wonderful now. Horrible view. It might also be, I can try cleaning the windshield. Maybe it's picking up like on a speck of dirt on it, something like that. But it could be I'm getting lower and lower in this field as we work down the terraces and closer to tree lines. So it could be that as well. As I get off this terrace here, I'll clean the windshield and turn y'all back around. Hell, my window damn squirters squirting across the roof of the tractor. There we go. No better. Do an overview with the baler. Yeah, I need to do an overview on the baler. I haven't actually done an outside walk around or anything on that baler at all. I'm sure people would like to know. I guess I just always assume that Bagwell Farms, they run the Kloss 380, and now his is not doesn't have the rotary cutter knives in it, but it would be good to do a walk around and review on that baler and my square baler. I've got a part that we need to put on the knotter arm of the square baler here pretty soon, so that way I can throw it in the field some. We're going to be baling straw pretty soon, and we will make some square bales of straw in the field. The majority will get put into either large square bales or round bales, but I'll still make some small squares, mainly for some hayride purposes. I've got some people that use them for hay rides, and right around Halloween time, and that's when the straw that we cut will be ready. I might have to hook a charger up to y'all. It says we got a low battery. Hold on a second. Let me stop and get a charger cord hooked up here. Let me find it. George, I appreciate that. Appreciate you commenting that. Not forgetting to hit the thumbs up, because I forget to say it sometimes. See if I can catch up here. I darn accidentally there we go. It says we got 13 watching, 19 thumbs up. Able to get it pulled back up. That thumbs up, it really does help. Every time the thumbs up gets hit, it sends that, I guess they call it the algorithms or whatever out there to the YouTube land to let other people know that we're live. And I try to do these lives. I was going to do one last night while I was out cutting hay. I'm trying to schedule them more now for when people get off work, so they got time to come join in. But there's a lot of bigger channels that tend to do the Wednesday night lives, and I just didn't figure I'd really have anybody come on, so I thought I'd wait till tonight. I hope to cut this field, and then I've got to haul some round bales to the rebaler. We went this morning. I had to swap out vans. I took an empty van and picked up a full one, and this evening when I get done here, I'll take them a load of round bales that I've already got loaded up, Then in the morning, we'll go again and drop off another empty van and pick up another full van. They were busy bees today and almost made 2 full vans for me. They've got an hour or 2 in the morning, and they'll be done with the second van. And then we'll be baling hay tomorrow. I've got roughly 50 acres or so to get baled up. So that'll be a good thing. I hate that picture's coming in so blurry. I think a lot of it too is the way this time of afternoon, cell phones, everybody's getting off work, getting on their cell phones, watching stuff, so it takes away my internet signal as well, living in these rural areas like we do. Now this hay here, it probably will not be ready to bale. It'll probably be Saturday at best, maybe Sunday. I'm gonna hope to have a friend come over in the morning and ted the field for me while I'm hauling hay, and then if he feels up to it, maybe he'll be able to rake a little bit for me while I'm baling. If not, while he's over here tedding, I'll hop on the rake tractor and start raking up my hay for that day tomorrow. Always busy. Well, guys, I think I'm going to probably continue this on for another 5 minutes or so, finish up this little strip, and then I'm probably going to end the live for the evening, see if I can't figure out what I am going to have for dinner, and all that fun stuff, and continue on with it. So I don't know if anybody's got any more questions or anything like that, or anything they want to talk about. I don't want to bore y'all with blurry picture and dead airspace there. I wish this camera would clear up a little bit. Y'all are missing how pretty this grass is. Well, I say grass, this millet. See, I'm really impressed with it. All this mostly came up. Gosh, it hadn't been, this crop's maybe 40 days old, 45 days old, something like that. Grew really quick. Great producer. Danny, we are in a Kubota M-5 111. I'm sorry that picture, like I say, is blurry like it is. I don't know what much I can do about it. Yeah, this is I believe this tractor's a 2017 model. Don't get me wrong on that. It might be a 16, but I'm pretty sure it's a 2017. It's going on just over a year and a half old with me. Actually, a year and 2 months. I've owned it a year and 2 months. And I'll tell you how many hours is on it here. It's got 876.3 hours on it. When I bought it, it had 1.5. I appreciate that, George. One of these days, if I'm ever blessed to be able to travel, I would like to visit your country. I think it's some beautiful lands out there. It handles this 9-foot cutter really well. If this field was smoother, gosh, we could run 10, 11 mile an hour if the field was smooth enough and big enough for it. My big baler it's a little bit underpowered for my baler. I don't think it would run it with the knives in to actual chop hay. Right now I just run it with all the knives out of the baler. And I've had it lug the tractor a few times in real heavy hay. So, but don't get me wrong, I like my tractor. I started out with a 135 and a 150 Massey Ferguson. And to go from that to these two big, I say big for around my area, air-conditioned cab tractors, I really enjoy them. In my area, a 100 horsepower tractor is about as large as you see. There's a couple of dairy farms that's got a little bit bigger, maybe 130, 140 horsepower. But like a 4020 John Deere is what's going to be most common around here, stuff like that. See a lot of orange paint. There's Kubota dealers everywhere in South Carolina. George, there is probably 2 or 3 acres left. It'll probably take me another hour to finish mowing it. I would assume maybe not quite an hour. Danny, I appreciate you riding along with us in the tractor. That's my first time, I think, seeing you on here. I appreciate you stopping in the channel and showing your support. Alright, let's bump down here. Bounce down here to the next terrace. See, that's what, if you go straight across those terraces like that, they just become really, really rough. Let me try something different here. Try to get this thing a little bit better set up here. Maybe it won't see, that picture to me looks a lot better than it did before. Maybe, just maybe we can make that work a little better. It can be at times, Steve, but that's why I try to automate as much as I can, equipment-wise. The bouncing around, though, I've got air ride seats in the tractor, and I paid a lot of extra money for the upgraded seats in both tractors, so that tends to help a lot. I do have certain days that are better than others, all that kind of stuff. But generally, the biggest piece of equipment that I've got that I run that hurts my back is my little day cab semi. It sits me in such an upright position. But luckily, I'm not driving a truck full time, and you know, the rebalers, it's like a 20-mile trip there, 20 miles back, and I don't make it but a few times a week. Hey Josh, how's it going? So Danny, I farm altogether myself, I lease up about 800 acres. I own one 27-acre farm and another 16-acre farm, and the rest of our ground is leased. The property we're on right now is about 45 total acres. It's got 3 different fields on it to equal out that 45 acres. Well, that definitely didn't get any better. This main field that we're in right here is about 30 something altogether. We are, so Josh, we're cutting the hay. I've got the disc mower. I'll pull y'all around real quick. Let me see here. Get y'all out of here. Maybe. Come on, you. There we go. Make sure that ain't gonna fall out on us. So over here to the right, we got our disc mower on the side of the tractor. And right now we're going over a little terrace here. I don't know if y'all can tell on the hill or not. But the hay we're cutting here, this would be considered really a grain, the millet. But that's what we're cutting for hay, is a millet crop. We'll see here. This is probably the steepest terrace on the whole farm. I'm holding y'all level, and y'all can see the angle that the tractor is at here with me holding y'all level. Let's sit the disc mower down a little bit. And right here, the tall grass in this is a couple little patches of Johnson grass that we need to get sprayed out. And I'll hold y'all over here, maybe see if y'all can see a little bit. I know that dirty ass window there doesn't help anything. If you can see the hay mower cutting it down. And open the window there, that's a little better. So there's your disc mower. Alright, let me shut this window back here. I know I need to watch my mouth, don't I, George? Yeah, it's a lot louder when you open those, a lot louder when you open the windows. That's for darn sure. But so yeah, that's what we're doing. Cutting millet. If y'all want me to hop out, I can show y'all. We'll idle down and hop out real quick. I'll show you the actual crop from the outside of the tractor of what it looks like, in case any of you have never seen what millet looks like. So this millet, the wonderful thing about this stuff, it is wonderful bird food. That's what people harvest this grain for, mainly, is bird food. But so your millet crop, it's a nice leafy crop. A little bit of stem matter to it, but usually these stems are real soft, whatnot. And this is your grain up top. We're at dough stage with it right now, so it's not fully mature. The seeds would still got a lot to grow, but for haying wise, you want to cut it when it gets to this dough stage. But otherwise, it's standing. Well, it's waist height on me. I'm about 6 foot, but it's good, heavy, thick stuff. So I'm real pleased with it, the way it looks. All right, let's climb back in here. Have a little pour list. Well, I forget, you know, sometimes everybody doesn't know what crop is what and what we're doing and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of times to me it just comes natural. But I love to educate and show everybody what we're doing, why we're doing it, all that good stuff. So we're cutting this right now, and we'll get a second cut with this within 30 days. About 28 days we'll be recutting this again. This was all planted. If y'all remember the very first drone video that I did that said it's like a tease of what's to come, that drone video, we had just harvested the oats off of this field, and I put that video up pretty much real time. I made it that day and put it up that day. And so I will look back right quick and I can tell you when I made that video. Let's see here. That was 1 month ago that I made that video, and this is the growth in a month, so it's ready to cut in a month, about every 30 days. I think it's been like I said, I was thinking earlier, it's about 40 days to get this growth, which is really phenomenal to go from seed to that. If you look at that drone video, it says the drone video was just a tease of what's to come. And you can see the field is solid brown. We had just pulled the oat hay off of it. And I think this will produce really decent tonnage. So, see if I can catch up. If I can get the comments to pull up. Welcome for the information. Well, so, guys, I think I'm going to get back at it. Sometimes it's hard reading the comments. I can be a lot more efficient without the camera, unfortunately. But, gosh, every time I say that, we add more people. I hate to cancel off a live when we got people coming in as we're cutting hay. But I really am. I'm going to get back at it. We're at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time here. And I'll probably, like I say, I'll finish up this field, get a little bit of dinner, go do some trucking, and then I'll come back out and cut tonight. So, nobody's stupid. All questions are good, sir. I love to answer. Josh, one of these days I'm going to come take you up on some of that lobster and all that good stuff. But everybody have a great evening. And we'll see you on the next live. I might do another one tomorrow. We'll just have to see what the cell service and all's doing when we're bailing and all that good stuff. How busy I am or whatnot. So everybody have a good night. Pound that thumbs up if you hadn't on your way out. And appreciate you watching. Rick, you hadn't missed me yet. I'm still here. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I'm gonna get back to cutting. My cell service the camera's kind of blurry down here, but go back and rewatch it if you want. But again, everybody have a good evening. Take care.